So here we are with the Poor Knights of Christ stand, and we're going to get some background into the actual, is it 12th century?
We are at our time frame is 1200 to 1250.
1200 to 1250. Okay.
Right, sorry there. So basically, when you just spoke there before about literally post the Norman Conquest 1066. So the People's Crusade, which was the first crusade, literally took place 1097, where literally Pope Urban II had literally had a call to arms. Basically, he wanted a mass force to go out to the Holy Land to try and retake Jerusalem, and so it took 3 years, literally, as a long foot march to get out there. And then once they basically got there, they took Jerusalem within a few months. And it was basically safe and sound then for all Christian pilgrims.
So this would be the first crusade?
The first crusade, the People's Crusade it was called.
And it was about, was it 7 or 9 or 10, something like that?
Again, it's very, you know, it's not very broadly put out, but around 7 to 9, you're correct.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So,
and some of those were quite small, but they were still a crusade in their own right.
So can you explain about this religious...
Sure, right, okay. So each night, when he was stationed literally from his commandery or his preceptory, or basically leaving Jerusalem walls, the guys would be out on pilgrim roads protecting. You would have a retinue of guys that were literally acting as a medieval version of a police force. So what you're looking at the moment is basically one night, if you would call it kit and equipment, that he would take into the field. Prayer was an absolute fundamental part of being a Knight Templar. So here you've got a lectern with rosary, obviously with Christ.
So this would be a campaign lectern. So
Indeed. It was quite portable. Obviously, as you can see down there, you've got your kneeling pad. It would be, there is your kneeling pad. You would have your prayer. Obviously there is the altar in front as well. There is obviously Christ of the cross. The symbolisation of the 3 crosses, poverty, chastity, obedience, which is a big thing for the Templars. Before they took any kind of combatancy role, they took the monastic rules of a modern monk at the time. So again, with the remit of poverty, chastity, obedience, and that stemmed over into Templarism itself. So before you became a warrior per se, you became a monastic monk. So you used prayer as a form of as much as my chainmail is a protection. Obviously, your purity to God was an extra form.
Yeah, go for it.
No, so personally myself, if I could time travel and there was such a thing, I would love to go back to the Jacob's Ford. So basically, it was a Templar-built castle. When I say built, it was partly built when it was put under siege by Salah ad-Din. Basically, it might sound a bit strange by saying I would like to go back to that time period, to know that every person on that, literally over that campaign, was put to the sword. It's about the spirituality of standing side by side with your brothers, and to be honest, for me, knowing, people might think it's a bit crazy, but knowing that you're going back to physically die, but it would be that brotherhood, that because you would not get that anywhere else.
Is this we're talking about Saladin the Great?
Yes, indeed.
So we're talking Richard the First?
Yes, literally, all the time, same time remit, yes,
1190, is it?
Indeed, really the tail end of the Crusades, yes, indeed.